Hello, hello, hello. Hallahan, our first chatter in. Plotto, hello. Noah. Band Badger, hello. Welcome one and all. We are here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Gonna head over to Cancun. Hey, look, it's soon to be JetBlue planes. Those are default aircraft, so can't speak much for you. Hope you're all doing well. It's been a while, or I think, as the kids say, it's been a minute, right? That's what I'm supposed to say, Plotto. Hope you're all well. It has been a while. Due to peer pressure, I am streaming tonight. There is an F&O going on in the Great Lakes, and none of the fields looked particularly interesting. The best I could do is fly to Syracuse, and been there, done that. So not that really stops me in general, but I just was like, I don't really want to do like a 2.5 hour flight. And then I was like, well, let's go to Mexico. And there's actually some scenery that we have for Mexico. Yes, this is the Latin VFR Fort Lauderdale. So this is the Latin VFR. It's a great scenery. I do recommend it. It's very good. We're at the Gulf gates, but usually this is the international gates for Fort Lauderdale. Otherwise, JetBlue would be at the Foxtrot or Echo gates over here. I see a Delta plane on this side. Could be Hallahan, just could be a rando. Anyway, but yeah, this is the Fort Lauderdale Latin VFR. Latin VFR, there's a couple of them that I really think are really great. Fort Lauderdale, Miami, San Juan. Hartford's not bad. I mean, Hartford's not that. Ooh, there goes an airplane. Not that much of an exciting airport. And it's like the sexiest airport out there, but it does the job. So there goes that dude. All right, let's get it going here. Down to Cancun. I'm hopeful we'll get some ATC on. But we are in Miami Center, and I swear Miami Center has like the least amount of presence. Oh, let me turn the sounds on. Of like any RTAC on the East Coast. They're just never on. And when they are on, they're on for like, 30 minutes, and then that's it. Then they realize, oh wait, we're not supposed to be here. Yeah, 691 subs, right? It's growing. I mean, that's the power of YouTube, is that even when I'm not streaming, I can still get subs because the videos continue to live on. So we're getting there, Hallahan. Another 300 subs or so, and we can start getting the when it hurts coming down and it hurts inside. That's not the words, but you get the idea. We are JetBlue 1495, I believe, today. Yes. No. I forgot to do this. Rip. They let people with 1,000 subs violate DMCA. Very nice. There you go. I hope so. We're going to find out. We're going to do all this work and then get hit with it immediately. Good evening, Simulator Concierge. Welcome. I believe I filed 360. Am I wrong on that? Nope, I am right. Coup. Hey, it's that weird bug. Does anyone know why this has happened now twice? It's like it thinks I'm like left the gate already. I can still fly with this. It's just I don't know why it's doing this. I blame Sheed. How are you, Simulator Concierge? Welcome. We're just getting started. We're in Fort Lauderdale, going to Cancun this evening. I also blame Sheed. Agreed. Oh, we're behind. Yikes. Hold on. Switch this. It's 2345. Problem solved. Mass and balance. Load. Instant. Dismiss. 59.1. 31. Oops. 59.1. 31.0. There we go. Much better. There is no ATC on, correct? Nope. 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 I don't know who these guys are. That is Nassau. I have no idea. Who's MTEG? I don't know what that is. Okay, so we're on our own basically. Departing 10 left. What did I file? Glads 2 to lulls. Blades 2. Lulls transition. And we're coming in on, there's no way to know definitively, but Sim Brief, which I don't know if it's just me. I feel like Sim Brief has gotten a lot better at picking runways. I don't know what happened, but they're much better now. 1-2 right. Wait. Is this ILS 112? I'm going to take this one. ILS 1-2 right. NOSAT 1B. Which I think is this one. Hope it's right. We're doing it for the lulls. Indeed. Indeed. All right, performance. Let's go back up here. Not this. We need this screen. 10 left. We are drive 1F on sync. Calculate. I understand the PMDG 737-600 has come out. I did not buy it. I really thought about getting it. I was like, I don't want that plane. When the 800 comes out, I will get it. I will. I will do that for the lulls. Down 0.1. But for the 600, if I didn't get the 700, I'm definitely not getting the 600. Hawks! I don't have the clip handy, but that's a lot of nuts. How are you, my friend? $34.99 isn't a bad deal. Is that how much it is for the 600? I think they recognize. I guarantee you this. Here's my prediction. I could be wrong. My prediction is the 800 will cost significantly more than $34.99. Because if it does, then clearly they're reading the room and they realize nobody cares about the 600. So they're trying to go for the, hey, it's not that bad price. Don't you have to, wait, is that price you have to own the 700 for that price? Yeah, $79 for the 800? Yeah, for sure. Faux show. All right, we got this in here. 122.8. Oops, too much. It was standalone. All right, that's good. Give him credit where credit is due. I mean, I still think it's worth it. I just, the fact that the 600 is priced at $35 speaks volumes about
Full Lauderdale executive traffic,
the demand for
3
it.
Tango Whiskey on a 3-mile final for runway 9. Full Lauderdale executive.
Oh God, my throttle was up. Why is my? Oh God. Who's been playing with my switches here? Please, dear Microsoft Flight Simulator, please do not make me redo the entire flight because the switches were on before the sim started, and now everything's broken, and there are failures that cannot be fixed. Please. God, I should have looked at my controls before I did this.
This is going great.
$34.99 for standalone aircraft of that quality is unheard of. That's true, but again, nobody was ever in their bed, eyes closed, pants on, thinking, I really want a 737-600. I really can't wait for a 730. No one ever said that. I don't think Hawks. I believe that that's them reading the marketplace. What was I doing before? Oh yeah, 3007. That's the wrong one. It wasn't even my radar that was out. Talk about a launch that had no buzz behind it. Nobody was like, hey, when does the 600 come out? That should be my video, Hallahan. The PMDG 737-600 came out and nobody cares. It'd be like a 2-minute video. It would just be like, well, me and my nerd friends feel this way. Yes, that's correct, Simulator Concierge. Yes, the 737 PMDG 737-600 is out for $35. That would get clicks. I wonder if it would get more, that video idea would get more thumbs downs than the did Phoenix copy, or somebody copy the other one. I forgot which one it was. All right. please, let's all pray for the engines to start here. Because if we don't get a good engine start on this, we got to redo this whole thing. Did I start smart cars yet? I did not. Try restarting the Fenix via their app. I could do that. You want me to do it now? I'm gonna give it a try, Hawk, see if it'll go. So I've had errors in the iCast before, and then it just goes. But I've had plenty of other instances in which it did not.
Full load, executive traffic, helicopter.
If I didn't want to hang on to my spare chain so much, I'd buy that right now. I don't really care about the size of the 737. I fly a more regional guy. There you go, dude. Hey, man, more power to you, you know? I mean, here's the reality. What I do, how I fly in the simulator is not how everybody flies, right? And that's the reality of it. Everyone does differently, you know? Before I moved to Microsoft Flight Simulator, I flew a lot of the Embraers, and I know there's a lot of people who don't really care for that plane one way or another. So that's the beauty of it. But I do think that at the end of the day, PMDG is just, you know, it's such a high-profile airplane that it just gets a lot of attention on that. But ultimately, for me, Simulator Concierge, it just boils down to, will I fly the plane? Like, that's my number one concern. Like, I'm going to start the engines at the gate, guys, because I got to make sure this actually works. So once the APU comes on, we're going to start the engines up, and then if it works, great, we'll get pushback, and if not, we'll have to restart things. I missed the when you hit the cockpit door in the fly-by-wire, there's a very satisfying ka-chunk sound that you get. You don't get that in this. Oh, it's this one. So basically, Hallahan, I didn't realize that my throttle was up. Like I did a flight this afternoon, and I had to Alt F4 the game because I ran into that live weather bug, and I didn't realize I didn't reset it. And in the Fenix, if you leave your controls like in up mode and start the sim up, it gives you all sorts of weird errors. All right, APU's on. Here we go. Let's start one. Please, 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 please. Hey man, did I turn the? Oh, it did not. Pro pilot here. Always, always, always fly the sim the way it works for you. Absolutely. All right, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, N2's going up. I think we're going to get a good engine start. Yeah, Noah's got to check those things. All right, we're good on this. We're gonna get out of here, guys. Ground services. Turn off the external power. Ground power, chocks. Connect the tug. Don't let anyone ever tell you how to fly your plane, especially Sheed.
Before takeoff checklist, flaps are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. VC's flex temp, 128, 128, 131, flex 68, check front 829, pitch trim is 0, check flight controls, check flight directors 1, FT2, you can take a memo. Take it to blue, departure changes, no changes. Take a brief is off 29, schools 2, nav checks out, 20 is the initial.
I got it.
Lots of terrain. Come back will be the Isla Zulu 1-1 in the secondary.
1-1-1-1.
Complete camera crew advice packs are on. Before takeoff check is complete. Clear left, clear right.
Thank you, Sheed. I don't know. I've heard that clip. I don't know. This is probably my like 20th time hearing that clip. I still have no idea what he's talking about. Half the things he mentions. Did I see that fly-by-wire is rolling out an app that will let work in concert with the A320, allow you to pop up your PFT? Ooh, that's called couch mode, my friend. Very nice. Oh god, right turn, right turn, right turn. That would be like that's the I take off and then go watch a movie on my couch, but still be able to fly. Well, the problem isn't that. Actually, I take that back. The problem there is the you need what's it called? I need VATSIM. Like I need to know if someone's calling me on VATSIM. That's the problem. All right, this is good enough. This pushback is so terrible. Stop. Man, I hate the better pushback here in. All right, how do you get rid of this message now? Why do I still landing gear? Oh god. Okay. The landing gear switch was up. Move your throttles up and down quickly. Roger that. Didn't work. Hold on. We'll taxi out here. I think maybe to your point, it will do that in a second. Oh god, my flaps. God, everything was set incorrectly. We're at full power. Yep. So we can switch this back here. APU can go off. Turn the sounds back up. 2, 1, 2. Just be a complete nerd and wear your headset everywhere. Wait, we're not supposed to do that? Company message. Oh god, again? Noah, you're supposed to do these things before we take off. Noah, I see. Now what? Received messages. Another load sheet? God, how many load sheets do they want? 11111, no changes. Again, half the things he says, I'm not sure what it means. Good evening, Fort Lauderdale traffic. JetBlue. Airbus taxiing runway 10 left from the Gulf Gates, Fort Lauderdale. All right, parking brake off. Let's see if... It's not working, Plato. I don't appreciate the choir here, but I want a way to disable the company messages. Oh my god. Please. So annoying. And anybody says just ignore them, you can't. Alright? That green message will haunt you the entire flight. Simulator Concierge, flying to any regional airports. I've seen more and more flight sim streamers that are streaming scenery creation. Snare is streaming. Yeah, Snare does a great job. One of my favorite airports, well, I think in general you can only fly to JFK and Miami so many times. So variety is the spice of life, and it's very much true of Microsoft Flight Simulator. I like Raleigh Durham is a fun one to do. So yeah, the more you can mix it up, the better. And the reality is, I feel like also Simulator Concierge is that a lot of regional airports have become much more, not international, but they're doing more traffic than they used to. Because a lot of the carriers are recognizing that they can save money by flying into those airports as opposed to the majors. So I think that also plays a part. Whether it's Jacksonville or Charleston, Westchester, Raleigh, Durham, San Antonio. These are all airports that kind of like no one's like, ooh, that's the airport I really want to fly to, but it's just something nice to do. Excuse me, gas truck, sir. We're going to ignore the iCast message. I'm hoping when we take off, it will all magically work. And the sound seemed like really low. Beep. It's a very wide turn there, Noah. Noah, you got it. That's not even the taxiway, dude. Noah. Oh my god, Noah. All right, that's it, Noah. You can't taxi anymore. I'm sorry. All right. What? Here's your finger toy. Sit back. Have your milk box. They'll bring you your juicy juice in a little bit. I know, right, Hallahan? Jeez, let it. Give a guy an inch. He taxis a mile. Am I right? I think that's the offering. Oh. I don't see any aircraft here. There was a Delta on the ground when I spawned in, but I forgot to check for him, and some other guy took off almost immediately. I feel like I'm watching myself taxi. I do hate in Microsoft Flight Simulator that weird. I guess it's a bug. Like if you have the throttle, or not the throttle, the rudder or your tiller or whatever, all the way to like one side for a sharp turn, and then you stop making the turn, it still goes. Like you have to like counter steer. I don't know if that makes any sense. It only makes sense if you use your joystick, I think, for the twist function. All right, let's before take off checklist. Yep, that looks good. Lights are on. Well, not the takeoff lights, but every other light. I did have a question for Sheet. I keep meaning to ask him. So in the Airbus, when you're like, yeah, I'm on the taxiway, my landing lights are off, right? And I'll turn my landing lights on when I get to the runway. But in the real world, if you cross a runway first, like if I'm at Orlando, if you're going to a runway and you cross another active runway, do you turn your lights on before that runway? Does that make sense? Or only when you get to your active runway? Yeah, Plot. I think that bug happened in, not only in Phoenix. I think it's happened. I thought it happened in Fly-by-Wire. I thought it's the strobes that need to be on to cross. Okay, so you need. So if I was crossing a runway now, I would just turn my strobes on, but not the landing lights. Okay, fair enough. Fort Lauderdale traffic, JetBlue 1495, departing runway 10 left, Glades to departure, I believe. Fort Lauderdale. I don't know, is it really the Glades 2? Does anyone really care? It is the Glades 2. Look at that. I guessed right. Flight 10 6 for departure. Now I just got to remember that. About the strobes versus the landing lights. But then you would keep your strobes on, right, while you're taxiing into the second runway? Like you don't turn them off again. Between on the taxiway to runway, second runway, if that makes sense. Nice and slow. There you go, Noah. A little more power, huh? Not if there's anyone else around. Oh my god, there's so many rules. Nice and framey. All right, let's get lined up. All right, here we go. That error is still there. I'm hoping when the landing gear goes up here, we'll be fine. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots. V1. Rotate. Oh god, there's a lot of errors now. Pause the right gear up. Oh my god. Landing gear failure. Nope. Landing gear's up. We're good. Hawks, what does this mean? Hold on. Autopilot on. Fort Lauderdale traffic, JetBlue 1495, clear runway 10 left. Final call, Fort Lauderdale. Hey, it's all gone. Thank you, Hawks. You fixed it. I have no idea what I did there, but all the messages are gone now. So thank you, Hawks. Appreciate it. Get some love in the chat for Hawks for fixing it. We're going in the Hudson? Yeah. I hate to don't tell you this. We're in Florida. Goodbye, Fort Lauderdale. Somewhere Noah's crying because he doesn't like leaving Florida. Very loud. There you go. Problem solved. I just show up and things fail, and then eventually work can't explain it. Yeah, I don't know what that error was. I'm just glad that I didn't have to restart the sim. So I'm happy about that. I guess we'll keep the wing view for now. Well, this is actually the flight to Cancun is pretty short. I think this is under 2 hours. What do they do in real life? In real life, they always take a little longer. Yeah, 1 hour and 48 minutes IRL. So in the sim, and that included some crazy vectoring here. In the sim, I think this will be like 1.5 hours. Hawks, as a software developer, I can appreciate your comment. Right? That's my favorite one. I was software developer, or I was a web developer. I'm not really a software developer anyway. And we'd have issues with QA, and if I would fix it without like, sometimes a fix would come in and you didn't really do anything. It just kind of like fixed itself. I would take credit for it, but I can't explain it. I think when you Alt F4 instead of quitting properly, the Fenix app wigs out. You might be right on that one. Y'all are the real heroes. Aw. Well, here you go. We're on our way to Cancun. Beautiful sunset. I'm hoping we're going to be able to chase the sun. We're going west. So I'm hoping we'll get a decent night view here. We are flying. We do have new scenery that I have not tested. So I have no idea if it works. But I did purchase this one, Mako Simulations. It was $15. It's not. That's like anything under $15 I usually go for because it's really not that expensive. And and I'll fly to Cancun a fair amount because it's a quick flight from Florida and JetBlue flies there. Anyway, I have no idea if it's any good. I've not heard anything bad about it. Not that I've really looked at it, but it's here. So really, my concern is just the frame rate. Like, it's always just two questions. One, frame rate. Like, is it terrible? And two, well, the price, obviously, but the static aircraft, which I think there are. I don't think there was an option for the static aircraft. That wasn't for me, right? Plot, I think I'm going to break the rule and buy the white plane scenery from the Sim Marketplace. It's only available there. Wait, are you sure? Oh, you're right. Yes. I own that one, Plato. So for what it's worth, I'm with you on that. But that one is really, I guess you're right. It isn't available. That's stupid. All right, 10,000 feet. Lights coming off. Forgot to turn that one on. Thanks, Noah. And we're on our way. Oh, now I get that Hallahan is trying to do that's the Yoda. I thought at first this was like a Hanson reference, but then I remember actually Hawks and Hallahan are old enough to know Hanson are, but I didn't think you guys were going in that direction. Nice, Hallahan. So I don't think we're going to get any air traffic control. I got to be the bearer of bad news. Look at this. Nobody decided to show up here in the southeast. And Mexico, I can count on my fingers the amount of times I've ever seen any air traffic control in whatever sector this is here in Mexico. I know this is Mexico City Center, and that one actually there is ATC once in a blue moon. This one, never. I honestly, I'm struggling to remember if anyone's ever been here. Holy moly, there is air traffic control over Haiti? Wow. Wow. You got to do the voices of the soundboard? It's not so much you doing the sounds, it's more than me being not lazy enough to bring it in. Didn't I? Wait, did I assign a Hawks one? I thought we did that last time. Am I? No, we have the CP Jam, and we have Sheet Flight Check. So we still have 2 more slots available. Oh no, we have more here. What is this one? That one. Oh yeah, I forgot about Hallahan's.
Your cousin from Boston.
Oh, Hallahan wants that. All right, fine. Got that one. That's the air horn. Yeah. Oh, I haven't used this one in forever. Woohoo! Yeah, I gotta like rework these. Some of these I've not like that. Woohoo! I haven't used in forever. Simulator Concierge. Once upon a time, I flew with some ATC from Puerto Vallarta to Newark back in the days of FSX. Well, I feel like that's the last time they were on. There are some sectors of Mexico that do come on once a year, but I swear that the whatever controls Cancun is never ever 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 on, which is a shame. I mean, it's just unfortunately you just don't get any air traffic control in a lot of these. I mean, Cuba actually there's oftentimes Cuba is on, but a lot of these just nothing. The event, though, tonight is over here in the Great Lakes. So if you are looking for a place to fly this evening, I was thinking about doing Syracuse, and we would have had 14 arrivals. Not terrible. Didn't we just do Syracuse like the other time? Like, but all these other ones are like, nobody cares about these. Like, are these even staffed? I guess they're just using a center controller for it. Whatever. I also didn't want to do a 2-hour flight, so there's that as well. I dodged the event. I did indeed. But the tea party's coming up, right? We're at 18,000 feet. Oh yeah, 18,000 feet, standard pressure. That's gonna be fun. There'll be a lot of tea bag. Nice. Yeah, that'll be. There's some good events coming up there, including Hawks. Hawks, are you going there for the in-person tea party? And if so, Hawks, will you be streaming? And if so, Hawks, will your virtual background, instead of being your traditional air traffic control background, will you have a photo of Sheed and Evan and CP as your virtual background? Because you need to be more immersion. Oh, Hawks isn't invited? You know, I bet you they invited CP. I'm just saying. No, the over-the-wing views are not great. Better CP put up Manch ATIS for you last week? Oh, man. Platter, are you the Manch crew, or do you not go for the Manch thing? You should just show up. Here, Hawks, tell me where it is. I'll show up too. We'll just show up together and be like, hey, we're here for the event. Ice cold in the house. I was going to crash it, but I couldn't find a suitable red coat outfit. The red coats are coming. The red coats are coming. Better CP is the people's controller. He's the controller that we don't deserve, but the one we want or something like that. I don't know. I need to get them all together and take a pic of them giving me the stank eye, right? I am sad about the loss of the VOR, but love the airport. Fair enough. Is there any decent scenery for Manchester in Microsoft Flight Simulator yet? Still waiting for my Worcester scenery. Worcester. Well, do you remember, Halhan, I think you were there. Do you remember that event? There was some event going on, and I was like, oh, no worry. I'm going to avoid all the traffic. I'm going to fly out of Worcester. And I had a ground hold for because they were so busy, they couldn't be bothered with me. I was on the ground for quite a while waiting. I don't know if that was streamed that or that was just offline thing, but then I swore off flying in there. There you go, Simulator. Exactly. That's exactly how you spell it and pronounce it. Flightman 100, what's going on, man? Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us here. We're doing a flight to Cancun. We just took off from Fort Lauderdale. So we're not even at cruise yet, but it's a short flight. Now, this is, like I said, about an hour and a half. So it just seems like it's far away. It's like, oh, we're going all the way to Mexico. When you take off from South Florida, everything is nearby. And we do have some new scenery to check out. So I'm hopeful that it'll be good. I'm hopeful it will also not be pitch dark out when we get there. But I think because we're going westbound, I think we'll be okay. Tyler the Gamer, what's up, man? Welcome. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining us. We are flying to Cancun. Hope you're all having a great day. Did anybody pick up the PMDG 737-600? It came out today. 35 smackaroos. I did not. I am waiting for the 800. Although I really don't know what I'll do with it, but I will get the 800. Tyler looked at it. My dad said no. You know what, Tyler? I looked at it. My wife said no. So, you know what? It doesn't get any better. There's always somebody telling you no. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but as from one guy to another, you'll be fighting that the rest of your life, man. You don't need that. Whatever your dad said is exactly what my wife said. Plato, I have the 700, and we'll get the 800 and the max. Probably skip the others. I think that's like everybody out there, right? Flightman has the 700, but won't pick up the 600. Yeah, I just don't. I mean, I understand. I guess they did it just. I mean, why not, I guess. But it's just, I think we could all agree that if they put the 800 out first and then did the 600, the world would be a better place. For you, for me, the entire human race. The baby Boeing is fun to look at, but who cares about flying it? I mean, and Ice, I said this earlier, but, you know, to your point, like, did anybody ever, like, when they're alone with their pants on, think to themselves, you know, I really wish someone would come out with a 737-600. Right? Nobody. Tyler, my mom will always say no because she doesn't like spending money on fake things. Here's the this won't work on my wife, Tyler, but this might work on your mom. If you tell her, listen, I understand what you're saying. It's not real. But you know, I'll probably spend untold hours. How many hours do you think you fly any particular aircraft, Tyler? You know, if you have the 700 as an example. You know, if you fly it, and conservatively 20 hours, okay, which is really conservative because that's a very low amount. Now think about any purchase that you've ever made for $35 that has gotten you 20 hours of satisfaction. You go to a movie and you get popcorn, all that. That's 2 hours, dude, and that money's gone. At least with the aircraft, you're going to be getting money out of it. Plato, still need the A320 more than anything else. Amen. You know, I didn't realize that Plato and I are exactly the same person, but clearly we are the same person. Flying Janet would be about it. I don't know what the Hawks, that reference went right over my head. You fly 8 hours a day. Dude, that's like a solid investment right there. This isn't like, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think of something that you would buy. Most things you buy for $35, you know, it's like one and done. I'd buy the 600 if I didn't already buy the 700. Right. The 600 is for people who want a 737 but don't want to buy the 700. I guess. I don't know. I really want to know who bought the 600, unless you're just a huge Boeing fan. More power to you. I'm not judging. I'm really trying to figure out, like, who is that person that bought the 600. To Flightman's point, like, what's that like, what's the, not the demographic, but like, what's the, oh, we've got a disconnect here. Probably want to fix that. Not allowed. Direct to Gator. Are we going in the wrong direction? Noah. Oh my God, we've been going the wrong way? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, we've been going the wrong way this entire time? All right, we're going to Lulz. We're just skipping Gator. We're going to Lulz. Noah, oh my God, Lulz, please. Oh my God. We do fly similarly. Why? Hold on, why does it put a disconnect from the SID? You blew it. I do need that sound pack. I need that sound effect. Lulz indeed. Now, I thought, like, okay, we went a little past where we should have made a left turn. No problem. No. I blame no ATC on. That's their fault. I can't. Us pilots need direction, all right? That happened to you once, and the ATC told me I was going northwest of Chicago instead of northeast, and I was like, oh, yeah. It's a weird, I don't know if IRL. So here's the question, and again, a question for Sheed, who's not here. In the real world, would that occur when you put in a SID? Does it insert a disconnect? Although, I guess I'm cheating. I'm not really doing it the right way because it imported the flight plan. So I'm not sure. Maybe this is a you shouldn't import your flight plan problem. But then I would respond, ain't nobody got time for that. So I just got to go read the disconnects and make sure they're not there next time. Depending on the SID, a lot of them say radar vector is the first fix. Yeah, some of them, especially Plato, to your point, like if you're flying out like Westchester, like the Westchester 7 departure or the Kennedy 5 departure, like those aren't really SIDs. They're more just like a heading when you take off. And then you're right, there's a disconnect. That's intentional. But for like Fort Lauderdale, where it's not like you're not taking a heading, you're following literally a number of waypoints. Like I feel like a disconnect doesn't make any sense there. Janet is the government airline that flies people to and from Groom Lake. Oh, Area 51. Got it. This is why you check 111. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I guess I didn't do enough of.
Before takeoff checklist, flaps are 1, 1,
It was the
1,
glaze.
1,
I can't stop
and
this.
1. VSpeed's flex temp.
Plato, it's
128,
the
128, 131, flex 68. Check for 29. Pitch trim is 0. Check flight controls. Check flight directors 1. FT2. You can take a memo. Take it to blue. Departure changes. No changes. Take a brief is off 29. Schools 2. Nav checks out. 20 is the initial.
I got it.
Lots of terrain. Come back will be the Isla Zulu 1-1 in the secondary.
1-1-1-1-1.
Complete.
1-1.
Camera crew advised packs are on.
1-1-1-1.
Or takeoff check is complete.
I gotta
Clear
like, edit
left,
this down.
clear right.
On the things, I feel like the flaps lower and raise too fast. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. That's a good point. Also, I don't know. I can live with that. What's your thoughts on Southwest? I like them and flying them. This. Oh God, no, hell no, no, Flightman, no. I hate Southwest. I will never fly. I mean, I've flown them before, but as a grown man, I will not fly Southwest. I don't understand how the seat picking thing makes no sense, or the lack of a seat picking thing. I'm sorry, it doesn't save anybody any money. I just can't. I can't do that. I need to pick my seats. Now, listen, I'm a family of 4, so that's part of it, but I just don't see why we can't pick our own seats. It's 2022. Just check the chart for it. For all the runways, it gives you a heading, and then you say you'll get vectors to cross Gator at 5,000. Well, I cross Gator at like 35,000. That's kind of the same thing. ICE is okay with Southwest. Yeah, I'm more like, again, now, given that I have choices here in Florida, I would pick JetBlue over Southwest every day of the week. Can you believe this guy Hallahan? Definitely not. What's up, CP? How are you, CP? CP, we have a question for you. Mr. Manchester Adis himself. For the Boston Tea Party, can you sneak Hawks and or me into the event? Because we know you got invited to the in-person thing. So if we just show up, I mean, there's like at least 8 guys there named Matt something. They won't know the difference. I'm not going to bother anybody. I'm just going to roll in. And Hawks deserves to be there, let's face it. But he didn't get an invite. Since it's just me, I don't have any issues with the open seating thing. Fair point. Although, Ice, do you pay for the, like, the weird super duper thingy to get, like, A seating? I don't talk to people who don't fly into a ZBW FNO. This isn't a ZBW. Wait, are you talking? Was that me, or is that Hawks that you're yelling at? This is not really a ZBW FNO. Syracuse doesn't count. All right. This is a Great Lake. This is Chicago. You guys just got lumped in there because they knew that no other air attack would be on to staff it. So they're like, well, we got to get somebody in here. I don't count. Chat, is the Great Lakes FNO? I'll ask Ice. Ice, as an impartial person. Is this a ZBW FNO? You definitely aren't invited now. Oh, feels bad, man. I'm just keeping it real. Friends don't let friends, I don't know, lie to each other. I don't know. You got to keep it real here. So you don't do the A thing. The only thing you pay for is the check-in, where it does it automatically for you. What group do you get, Ice? You get like B, or how does that work? Blotto, thanks for stopping by. Hope we catch you on the way on the landing. Enjoy your walk. ZBW is an advertised field, so I'd say yes, but it's not really. I'm not here on the technicality. I'm here on the realistically. Ice Cold is part of the events club. He's biased. Bad call. So he didn't recuse himself. He should have said, I have to recuse myself because I'm not an unbiased person. With the automatic check-in thing, it usually gives you the lows numbers and the Bs. All right. Again, I just don't know why in 2022 we can't just get assigned seats like every other airline. It doesn't save Southwest any money. But that's my opinion on it. Flightman, I saw your message about the window seat. Yeah. I do. I mean, obviously the luggage thing is nice. I don't know. You're a reluctant event controller? Well, I feel like that's everybody in VATSIM. You want to fly into Ohio either. I have done flights to Cleveland. I could have flown to Cleveland tonight, but I chose Mexico. To be honest, I like the fly-by-wire full throttle engine noise. Oh, yes. Tyler, I'm with you. I think the fly-by-wire sounds overall, not every single sound, but in general, I prefer the fly-by-wire sounds. Fly-by-wire sounds, is that what I said? Southwest is actually the cheapest option? Yeah. Sometimes you get what you pay for. Have you heard that one before? Yeah, well, I was saying earlier, Tyler, I don't know if you're here for it. This sound, the cockpit door in the fly-by-wire, when you hit lock, it goes ka-chunk. Like, it's a really satisfying sound. And we're over the ocean. There's nothing to look at. And in here, there's just no sound. It's just that. It's like, that's not exciting. Well, we're on our way here. By the way, CP has speaking of ZBW events, has Savage gotten clearance to take off yet from Syracuse from the last event in which the controllers punished him for doing the right thing? I told Hallahan this earlier, but I got a staffing request today that was like, we'd love to fly into a Zid field, and then requested I staff a Dragon. Oh, no. Feels bad. Oh. Oh, no. He made it to his destination safely. In how long? Poor Savage got done in by his own people. A2 CP. Actually, it wasn't your fault. It was, well, it's Sheed's fault, actually. He gave him the vectors to nowhere. True, Tyler. Absolutely. Man, ice. That is ice cold right there. That is, man, when you first read that message at the beginning, oh boy, finally, yeah, some respect. People want to fly here. This is great. Let me think. You're already thinking who you can get to staff it. You get some extra guys in to help out because you know what? You don't get this all the time. Let's give them some extra love. Let's show them what Zid is all about. And then they wanted to go to Buffalo. Blame Sheed indeed. What's up, Arch? Sorry, I forgot to... sorry, Arch. I meant to message you when you asked me earlier if I was going to stream. I said I don't know. And then when I did decide to stream, I was like, mental note, let Arch know. And then I forgot to do it. So my bad. But you found me. Yay. Sounds like a cover-up. Hallahan has returned in our time of need. By the way, Hallahan, CP has denied my request to attend the Boston Tea Party in person. Can you believe that? All this time means nothing. I'm going to give you a ground hold tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I got to fly to Las Vegas, huh? That means I have to get the airplane back to Fort Lauderdale first. I don't think you can do a direct flight. I can fly to LA from here. Can you do LA tomorrow instead of Vegas? You dodged him today. You put in a lot of work for these events. Man. I'm all for distributing the traffic, but I don't think anyone's like, oh yes, Milwaukee event. Hooray. What? I could be wrong. Where is Milwaukee? There it is. 15 arrivals. And how many are coming into Syracuse? 16. That's all you got to know about that. Green Bay, 5. Chicago's not part of the event. Kalamazoo, 0. Glad they have that fully staffed. Capital City. There's the Simpsons joke I can make there. Tyler, what do you have your model matching to? AIG. We have a video on the channel, Tyler, if you haven't seen it yet, in which I show you how to very easily do AIG model matching. Like, super easy. No, Arch, stay with Vegas. I don't want to screw up your plan. Everyone thinks you're going to Vegas. I'll be there. I just got to figure it out. That's right, Hallahan. Actually, no, I could have flown. That's not true, Howland. I could have flown Fort Lauderdale to Syracuse. That's a real JetBlue route. But I don't want to do a 2.5, 3 hour flight. Now, that's like a 3 hour flight from Fort Lauderdale. Ain't nobody got time for that. You'd fall asleep before we even got out of Jacksonville Center. That is a long haul, yeah. So you're welcome. I'm doing a flight that you can actually stay up for here. Oh, we got some islands down here. Is this Cuba? No. No, this is the Florida Keys. Am I right? Yep. This would be the Florida Keys down here, and that should be Key West, if I'm not mistaken. Boston, Chicago, is that what that means? Atlanta is what I'm doing Tuesday. It's pronounced Milwaukee. Even avoiding ice on Zid now. Well, to be fair, CP, to be fair, this is you're right, but I do that all the time. This is not just a special thing. Well, I honestly didn't realize that. Is he on? Oh. I don't think we would, honestly, even if I had flown, no, there's no way I would have even flown through his airspace anyway. The only way I fly through his airspace is if I flew to like Chicago or maybe Cleveland, which isn't an event. I don't think Cleveland's an event airport. Oh, Charlottesville. Yeah, shows what I know. Love me some Wayne's World. There you go. Milwaukee. That's like, and then Hawks. Hey, we're in Delaware. Great. We're in Delaware. Mini Happening is online tonight. Is that you, Hawks? I swear, if all you guys are online right now, I'm gonna feel bad about no Hawks. Who's this? I don't know who that is. That could be Hawks, or it could be somebody else. I'm not sure. And I see that Nomad is not online for Toronto, so I say. Well, I'm glad the event is. I hope the event is good, and I hope people enjoy it. Oh, Toronto just got busy. At work, rip. So you're doing real ATC instead of fake ATC? Can't you do both? Am I able to do another stream tonight? Tonight? I got kids, dude. No. But tomorrow is another day. You never know. I don't stream all that often. You never know, Tyler. I don't have a schedule. The honest truth is I just don't have enough of a schedule to be able to tell you, like, oh, yes or no. Like, I just kind of, I either find time or I don't. I should bring in my laptop sometime and control on break. There you go. Can't be that hard. So we've got, let's see here, 370 miles to go. So it's pretty quick. We're getting there. It would have been faster if Noah had not flown us in the wrong direction for the first 15 minutes of the flight. I thought you were full-time now with the YouTube monies. Well, there's no YouTube monies at all right now, so the answer to that is no. I would need we still need another 300 subs. So if you guys haven't already, please consider following the channel. Hit the subscribe button. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can start making the YouTube monies. So please smash that button, as Ice Cold would say. Well, Hawks, if you had everything ready to go and you just like started up, you'd be good. You know what I mean? Instead of like the playing Brass Bonanza kind of thing. I just smashed that like button. Ooh, yeah, do that too. It's always important. Clicking is for schmoes. You gotta smash that button. The 737-600 ever gets popular, 737 is gonna be forgotten. 737-700. I don't think that if is ever gonna happen. So you don't have to worry too much about that. Ooh, the likes are going up.
This is going great.
Well, it is going great. That's not what I meant, though. It's
business.
That's what I wanted. It worked. Listen, if Ice Cold says to smash that button, it works. Smash that button, the like button. But we'll get to 1,000 soon, and then we can get back the, some stuff, things happening. I'm sure instant profit will occur at that point. He's something, Ice Cold is something of an influencer himself. It's true. All right, so we've got stuff in here. Cool. A little bit more time there. I think Ice is actually doing work now and, like, talking to other people on frequency. So, Hallahan, how are those last place Red Sox doing? I had to do some of that controlling stuff and miss something, didn't I? Yeah, don't worry. It wasn't that exciting, Ice. But yes, we were talking about you for 5 minutes. We need milk cartons for Ice Cold at this point. CPU streaming more. Yeah, I mean, well, what was the last CPU stream? Was it before I went on vacation? You know what, Halhan? It's they're in first place. I don't know what you're seeing over there. And the Yankees just got one of your boys, Benintendi. So must be hard to say. I haven't streamed really at all since Hallahan broke my PayPal. RIP. Hey, Captain Renate. Hope I said that right. Did you figure out how to remove the throttle error when takeoff? Yeah, I just took off. I didn't do anything special. I just once we took off and the auto throttle became engaged and the landing gear went up. I think it was landing gear and flaps, combination of those two coming up, and it was good. Is it wrong to be a Cards fan? I mean, no. Yeah, but no. It could be worse. You could be a Cubs fan. Ugh. At least, like, I have respect for your fan base. It's annoying how much you guys just, will always beat up my Marlins every year. But, I mean, there are far worse fans to be team of. So I say you're okay, Arch. You're in that, you're not annoying like a Cubs fan annoying. So. Oh, there's a clear button under it, and it removes all those errors? Yeah, but there's a difference between, like, an error, like a message and, like, an error. I mean, you might be right. Who knows? Cards, I have standards. I mean, let's face it. The worst fans in baseball are the Red Sox. The crybabies of the highest order, followed by Cubs fans who are also crybabies. Then you've got below them Phillies fans. Like, God, can you? I can't even stand that. So it's Red Sox 1 worst, Cubs 2, Phillies 3. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody obvious. Did I get you there, Flight Man? Sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. Sorry for you. When are we seeing your next crew? There you go. I don't know. The other thing with the event today, well, besides it being really long, some of the fields I haven't heard of. Well, I've heard of some of these, but some of these are like Duluth. Aren't those? Don't they make pants? Thunder Bay. You're a Phillies fan? Am I banned from? You're not banned from the chat. No, not at all. Listen, we let Hallahan in here. He's a Red Sox fan. The owner of the stream team I'm on. Okay, wait a minute. Time out. What is a stream team? I can tell you all the time he needs higher standards than We love Bill Belichick. What do you think, Hallahan, in all seriousness, what is your prediction this season for the Pats? Or, I mean, I don't think you're the kind of guy who's like, we're going to win it all, no matter what. Oh, the team. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I got you, Arch. Okay. Hold on. I'm furiously working to clip that off. Oh, no. I forgot. Well, luckily, this isn't. Well, you can get the VOD later on. It's not like Twitch. You can't clip it, like, immediately. You get the VOD later on. A stream team is only good for. Oh, a Dutch rudder, if you will. Nice, Ice. You can rewind? Really? That's the thing. I am so smart. I am so smart. SMART. I mean SMART. Going back in time. Well, give that to make sure you give that to Savage for his sound clips. I don't remember the pants thing. I don't remember ever saying that. I'm sure I did. It's my voice, but how are we doing here on the descent? Top of drop coming up in 90, 100 miles or so. Can't wait to see the Cancun scenery. Yeah. Here's my thought. I mean, number one truth I found in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Number one, if there's payware scenery, always get the payware scenery. I feel like it's just the default sceneries, like the terminals look so bad. Obviously not like the ones that like Asobo made, but like, you know, rando airports. Like, you need to get that. And when it comes to the freeware ones, there are some good freeware ones out there, but some of them just are like, they still look pretty crappy. So I still, again, if it's less than $20 for the scenery and you will fly there probably at least twice, I think it's worthwhile to invest in it. So I'm hopeful that this one, the Cancun one, looks okay. Oh, the White Sox. You know, it's really interesting to me, Hawks, Tony La Russa being the manager there, because he's like, you know, 108. I mean, he's definitely an old school guy, which I like. But I mean, they've been underachieving a lot, which is unfortunate for them. But that's when you have no pitching. I do have the joystick one. Yeah, the Airbus one. Correct. I do have the joystick one. I thought I could be wrong, Tyler. It could be below the video in the description, but I have the TCA Thrustmaster TCA Airbus. So I have the Airbus joystick and the throttle and throttle quadrant. So I got the whole shebang, the three things together. He's been awful for us. I mean, I think the player's the one's been awful for you. I do not play DCS. Now, I never played DCS ever, and it's never been interesting to me because military flight sim doesn't really interest me. I don't know, just never like civilian, like, you know, flying airliners has always been really appealing to me, but not military, so never got into it. You know, Hawks, I just feel like, I don't know, I mean, the manager can do something. Like, as an example, Hawks, like, look what Showalter's done with the Mets. Like, sometimes you need a little kick in the pants, right? So I'm not sure, like, if that's really La Russa or it's just like the Marlins have done Mattingly, and I think he's a great manager. But if you're gonna keep giving them crap players who have like high ceilings and low skills, like you can't. You only do so much. You just need. I feel like at the end of the day, you need a manager who has good people skills, people managing. You know, being able to get the most out of your people, and also personalities, like managing that. Because at this day and age, there's not much to plug and play. It's really just, especially since the front office is controlling the lineups and what have you. Doesn't have a good grasp of when to pull starters to throw in for relief. Dude, man, I guess that's true. This is going to trigger me so much, Hawks. I was watching, I know Hallahan has seen this already, but I was watching the Derek Jeter 6-part documentary on ESPN that came out. And there was a clip from the 1996 World Series, Yankees, Braves. And it's the 8th inning. And I think David Cone blew the lead. It was 4-3, and now it became 4-4. 8th inning, 4-3. The starter is still in the game. You're talking about it doesn't have a good grasp on to pull starters. Dude, back then, you don't get pulled as a starter until you get at least 2 runs behind. And you're pitching at least into like the 6th inning. Gosh, if you're losing. But like nowadays, like you give up 1 run in the playoffs, you're out of the game. 3rd inning, we're going to the bullpen already. White Sox Twitter is melting down because of how poorly they're playing at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. Oh, what do you think about the new X-Plane 12 coming out? I'm you know, it's a good question. I don't say I'm not excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. My concern with X-Plane 12 is that it's going to have good-looking weather, but the scenery, like the ground textures, are still going to be like X-Plane 11. You could download, Ortho, I'm sure, just like an X-Plane 11. But the ground, like the buildings, like the auto gen will not be there. So my concern is that it will be X-Plane 11 with better weather. I mean, granted, you'll have better aircraft in X-Plane 11 off the bat because so many of them are already X-Plane 12 available. But I'm just worried it's not going to be it's not going to be on par with Microsoft Flight Simulator from a graphics. I could be totally wrong on that. Ice Cold, back in the day, Greg Maddux pitched a complete game no-hitter for the Braves with a total of 79 pitches. Starting pitching ain't what it used to be. You're not wrong on that at all, Ice. I mean, the thing I've heard, I don't know if it's true, is that back in the day, like when Maddux pitched and all those guys, they basically everyone's max effort right now. And back then, they wouldn't be max effort. Like Maddux would pitch, but his on average pitch, he might put 65% effort in, and he would put 100% effort maybe in a real high pressure situation. But man, I miss the old style of baseball. Like watching clips from I'm not talking about the baseball from the 50s. I'm talking the 90s. It doesn't exist anymore. Hawks, you're wondering what you mean X-Plane 11's or X-Plane 12's partnership is going to be with Orbex? I mean, at best, Orbex only covered little small parts, right? Like England or Florida. Arches, if the graphics suck, I won't invest in the money outside of the 8X. I don't know what that means. In X-Plane 12. Yeah, I mean, the thing the X factor for X-Plane 12, the weather's going to be better, so we know that. The X factor is if all your X-Plane 11 aircrafts work off the bat, like if all of a sudden the game launches, it's got better weather, so you got cool clouds. You can put Ortho in by yourself, and all your favorite airliners from X-Plane 11 work. That's a pretty good draw right there. Dude, Hallahan, Pedro Martinez, remember in 1999 what was the ERA in 1999? Like 1 point something? That was nuts. I do miss the old National League, guys. Remember when like interleague play was a thing? Like not a thing? And it was like, dude, do you remember as a kid, Ice? I don't know how much of a baseball fan you were. I know Hallahan did this. When we were kids, we would dream about would it be cool if Don Mattingly played against Doc Gooden in the World Series? Because interleague play. Oh, the Falcon 8X. Got it, Archie. Yeah. Sorry. Sidejo, what's going on, man? Welcome. Hawk says, do you think they'll sell a global scener like P3D or FSX? What? Do you think they'll sell a global? I don't even know what that means, Hawks. I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry. Tubes in the house. What's up, Tubes? Or what does she call you now? 213S? I forget what it is. I can't keep up with all the shtick. The new generation, right? Oh, seasons and improved trees. Yeah, I mean, listen, I could be totally wrong on this, and I was, I've been wrong about other things in the past. Not the Red Sox though; they suck. But everything else, you never know. But I hope if X-Plane 12 can surprise us, they have a huge benefit with their aircraft's compatibility. Orbex made a base pack. Interesting. I was not aware of that. I mean, they made like the tree enhancement. I remember that. What was it? Terra Flora and some other things. But at the end of the day, one huge advantage with Microsoft Flight Simulator is that you can fly to any random airport in the world. You can fly through ZID airspace, somewhere where no one goes, and still have great scenery the entire way, which is a huge benefit. It really makes a difference. Just did a flight out of, I don't know where that is, KJYO. Nice. Is that Kalamazoo, or is that something else? How was it? Hope you're doing well, Tubes, by the way. Welcome. I am happy to see you here. Maybe not the other Matt H, but, thoughts on the 737-600 being out now? My thought is nobody cares. I mean, that was, cool. Thumbs up. But nobody cares. It's like that, Arch, it's like that scene from Jurassic Park, like the original Jurassic Park movie, where the guy's talking to Newman. He's like, keep your voice down. It's like, we've got whatever his name is here. We got him. See, nobody cares. Like that scene. That's kind of, that's the 737-600. I've seen good stuff about the 600. I mean, it's a cool. I have nothing against the plane. I really have nothing to say bad about the plane itself. I'm just saying that nobody cares. Like it's not an aircraft anybody really is excited about. Oh, Leesburg. So Sadejo, funny story. In X-Plane 11, I actually have somebody made. I know the guy who made Leesburg Airport for X-Plane 11. And he did a good job with that because he like lives in the area and stuff. So that's actually I do know that airport. I've flown in there in the sim, of course. That would be there he is. Look, wow, holy smokes. Y'all are lurking game is high class today. If I say who else can I get out of here? Is Nomad here? What's up, Oliver? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Been a while. Missed the old days where you'd be we'd fly into Baltimore and you just show up there. But Oliver, you gotta get the scenery for a Microsoft Flight Simulator, dude. Okay, for all the Janet flights tomorrow, where I tell them frequency change to Unicom, clear disconnect from the network. Oh, yeah. So Arch, before the stream, I had no idea what Janet flights were, and then Hawks informed me what that was. You can't trust anyone who lives near Leesburg. Well, that may be true. Just turned into the stream and heard you talking about my scenery. You think you're done making scenery? Well, now that you're like a super duper. You're like a super duper like center controller. Like back in my day, you were doing ground or something like tower, like ooh, big deal. Now you're Mr. ZDC, man. Congratulations. I'm not mocking you. I'm in awe. It's so cool to see people, move up in the system. Man, I do miss doing a good DCA flight though. I gotta admit. All right, we are. I think we're gonna get the sunset here. I think this will be nice. So we've got 200 miles to go. Top of drop coming up here in about 50 miles or so, give or take. Not too long. I'm not really in any important roles at the moment. Well, pick your poison there. At least you're still in there. You have the opportunity. Like if you wanted to, you could hop on right now. Assuming there's no other controllers on. Flies to Area 51 and fly it by runway logic. You have to go off scope. So you have. Oh, I see, Arch. I feel like that. Honestly, the Janet flight thing, like that was like, remember when the 737-700 came out and everybody was doing flights from that place in Washington? Like that was like the hot thing for like a day. Everybody gets sick of it after like a day and they go back to doing whatever. Cap says the 600 is a great entry-level airliner for the price and functionality. Hey, for $35, it's really not bad. I just, again, even at that point, if I had $35, I would still spend more. I think your money's better spent on a 700 or waiting for the 800, but I digress. I remember a time when Area 51 required what's VSOA? And tell me more, Grandpa. Renton. Yeah. Everybody did flights out of Renton. Remember that? I don't know. Like the first time I was like, oh, that's an interesting idea. And then like for a week, everybody was doing flights out of Renton. I was like, we get it. That's where they come from. We understand. The MAX is going to be fun? Yeah. Oh, military VAs. Okay. Yeah, when the MAX comes out, Hawks, that's going to be a big... I mean, when the 800 comes out, it's going to be a big deal. When the 800 comes out, I think that's the next time that when you look on VATSPI, you're going to see, like, nothing but, like, a flood of 800s. Like, Arch, when you do controlling, which, by the way, Arch controls in, all over Southern California, but he does it on Twitch, so check him out. Arch NDA on Twitch. When you control there, dude, you're going to see nothing but 737s. Like, there'll be no Phoenixes in your future, unless I'm flying in there. So, I don't think you're going to see... tomorrow, you might have, like, one or two, people doing that. The 600 thing, but I don't get the sense that a lot of people bought it. When the engine comes out, the whole sim is going to crash for everyone, right? You can control the DC center. It needs revival. Well, I don't think he can do it, but actually Oliver, who is or was in the chat, Sadejo, can control ZDC. You and three other guys who are at JetBlue Spirit will be flooded with Southwest again, right? When the 737 came out, the night it was like 3 a.m., right? Yeah, that was crazy, dude. I mean, that same thing happened also when the Phoenix came out, but I don't think you're going to get that kind of level of traffic with the 600. I could be wrong. Yeah, the I think there's an event on now. I mean, I think there's, you got DC on now. Now, of course, South Florida, nobody in Florida. They couldn't be bothered to show up for the event tonight. Not that it's their event, but, it's Friday. Somebody. All right, we are there's two arrivals. Who is the other guy? No one nearby. Okay, so it's me and the guy from Russia coming in. Cool. All right. So that guy's only an hour out. So I think we're gonna beat him from Russia. Yeah, Great Lakes FNO tonight. What's up, Frederick? Hello, welcome. Good to see you. Hawks, now that the 737s are rolling out, the 757 will be the next most anticipated aircraft. Well, I still think, to your point, I mean, I'm not saying nothing against 757. I still think the most anticipated aircraft coming out now are going to be the 737-800, the MAX, those two. The fly-by-wire, what's the one they're working on? The A350? Is that what it is? What are your thoughts on JetBlue buying Spirit? Listen, I'm a big JetBlue fan. I am never in favor. I'm never in favor of airlines merging. It's always, always, always bad for consumers when we have less selection. So I don't like any airline. I don't like mergers of. So I'm not in favor of it. That being said, I mean, I guess I'd prefer JetBlue to get it than Frontier, but I don't know that it really makes a difference. I think it's going to be bad for the consumer no matter what happens. There's going to be less competition. That's all. Cancun is nice, but the immigration line, I just can't stand. We waited 3 hours in that place. Oof. I've never flown to Cancun. I've never been to Cancun, actually, so flown or otherwise. Bluebird 757 is on the making. Ooh. Do you think that'll be good, Cap? I don't know anything about that project. 380. That's what fly-by-wire. Thank you, Arch and Tyler. Yeah, I'm not sure. Tyler, could my lagging during landing in MFS be my i5 processor? I have a 3060. Almost certainly, yes. If Hawks is here, he can explain this better than I can. But essentially, you've got the CPU and the GPU, which you already know about. But if one is underpowered, it creates a bottleneck. So you can't overcompensate with one. You can't have like a mediocre CPU and a great GPU, and the great GPU saves you, if you will. I believe that's the answer to your question. Chris, what's up, man? Welcome. Jet Green. I'm just glad that JetBlue is acquiring Spirit, not the other way around. I'm not sure I could fly Spirit. I've made too many jokes over the years about Spirit. Speaking of oof, I don't play Roblox, but apparently they removed the oof sound. Oh, I'll have to ask my daughter about that one. You are Snare. Well, I do know you then, Snare. I didn't know you're... So a lot of people who come in here, Snare, and they come from Twitch, and they use their YouTube channel is not the same name. There's like a number of people who come in here with a real name, like, who are you? And they're like, oh, okay, you're that guy. I didn't miss top of drop right now. It's right there. Okay, cool. Coming up on top of descent. I don't know. There's no ATC. I can do whatever I want here. There we go, Snare. Actually, someone was talking about you earlier in the chat about the fact that you do, I think it was it Tyler or was it Flightman? We were talking about regional airports and that you create a regional or are creating a regional airport. I heard that Phoenix is working on A220. I have not heard that. There is a fly-by-wire has a project. I believe it's Synaptic something or other. Long story short, I've been following the A220 project by Synaptic since it was a project on X-Plane. I'm not holding my breath for that one at all. It's always struck me. I was on their Discord for a long time, and it always struck me as a project of people who mean they mean well, but it's a bunch of people who think that if you start a project, I don't know anything about these people, so I'm full disclosure. I'm sure I'm terribly wrong on this, but the project has always struck me as a bunch of people who want to create a project that by virtue of creating a project, enough people will show up and help make the airplane, and that rarely is the case. Altimeter 29906, because I would love to see the A220 come out. My God, I would fly that thing every day. You would never see me fly this airplane. I mean, not ever, but not very often. But I'm just not. I don't know. Freeware. The fly-by-wire project is the exception, not the norm. 29. Winds 090 at 7. I think we're for 1-2, so I think we're I don't know what the minimums are. Actually, I could look it up. Hold on a second. I feel like it's always 200, but you know. Phoenix is new in town too. No, Phoenix though is payware. This is not a question of new in town. This is a question of they're a freeware project. Synaptic Simulations. Thank you. Snare is not interested in A320? Oh, you got to get out of my chat, dude. I'm sorry. Well, Captain Sim is not a real thing. I think we all know that one. I just don't want to come out with a better RSW. The paywares aren't great. Yeah, I bought that one, Frederick. Yeah, it's not great. Actually, it's not as bad. You know what's a really bad one in Florida is West Palm Beach, PBI. Oof. That one is terrible. I'm looking up the minimums here. Let's see here. Approach. We are on 1, 2, right. I have no idea which one. What do I even have programmed in? Decelerate. Noah. Goodness, I saw that. Minimums are not too. They are 200 for an ILS. They are indeed. Captain Scam. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Got a nice sunset coming in here. Isn't Vertical Sim Studios RSW come out? Ooh, if that's true, simulator, that would be fantastic. Latin VFR was supposed to do RSW, but deprioritized it because there's other payware versions out there. But they're terrible. Surely they know that. When the ATC gives you a taxi vectors, when the ATC gives you taxi vectors, you want to do, Tyler, restate your message in the form of a sentence that makes sense, please. Does anyone have the KSAT that came out? I do not. I know that the San Antonio came out today, but I don't really fly there. Ollie says, I have zero desire to work on anything scenery related at this point. I can't blame you, dude. It's a, you know what it is also? It's like, I'm sure this is, you could probably agree with it. It's very much a thankless job. The Snare does a great job. He's working on one right now. But I mean, geez, you know. It's tough. I know that Hawks came out with a scenery for Martha's Vineyard. If you're interested in that one, that one's free. You got the Captain Sim. Oh, no, Cap. You bought that? Oh, F in chat for Cap. Buying a Captain Sim product. Oof. Oof. Yeah, I don't... Tyler, if you were asking about, like, how to taxi, I use Navigraph. Because it has a little thing on there that'll put my airplane on the screen, and then I'm like, hey, I know how to do that. Otherwise, I'd be completely lost. When Microsoft Flight Simulator first came out, I had no idea how to taxi. I mean, I can't read the silly little signs. Funny thing is that the Captain Sim stuff in P3D isn't horrible. That's what I thought I heard. I was not a P3D guy, but I had heard that it wasn't. It just basically when they came to Microsoft Flight Simulator, they became total scamware, which is unfortunate. I did hear, by the way, who bought this? Oh, Cap. There is a project, from what I understand, I saw this on Reddit. There's a huge hack you can do on the Captain Sim 777, or is it the 767? One of them, where you can make it sort of flyable, like you copy a bunch of files from like other projects and it works. When the ATC gives you taxi vectors, well, they wouldn't be vectors, it'd be instructions. What do you use to know where those taxis? Oh, okay. I use Navigraph. Okay, so you're asking, like, when they say, taxi to runway 18 right via Bravo 5, Charlie, Bravo 1. How do you know how to get there, right? Yeah. So Navigraph, which does cost money, that is the only way I know how to do it. I mean, technically, you're supposed to read the signs, right? That's how you would know how to do that. But in a lot of the sceneries, the signs are either unreadable or actually blank. Salty mod. Yes, thank you, Cap. Yeah. So you use the Salty mod, and there's a hack to do that. I actually thought about for a hot second buying it to do it, but I was like, I'm not giving Captain Sim any money. I don't care if it works. Phoenix should definitely integrate a lot of the things Fly-by-Wire does, like the EFB. Yes, I agree 100%, Cap. Yep, absolutely. Oh, yeah. So if you have a Navigraph subscription, I think the software is different. That might cost you extra. I believe, I could be wrong on this. Keep me honest, chat. When I had Navigraph for a while from X-Plane, and then when I went to Microsoft Flight Simulator, I was like, oh, I can use that too. But then I think you have to spend more to get to like the software, like different tiers. It could have all changed. I don't know. But I think that's the case. Oh, got a nice sunset coming in here. Of course, nice sunsets in Microsoft Flight Simulator are a dime a dozen, so, you know, for what it's worth. Do a low auto break-in. There's Navigraph Data or Navigraph Ultimate, which include... Yeah, so I have Navigraph Ultimate, correct. I'm betting what Plato said is what you need to do. You're going to have to get the Ultimate to get the software. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, no, you can't... If you're flying on VATSIM, you need to have that. There was an add-on there's a payware add-on that makes the signs bigger, but it was like $50. It was like $50. It was like $40. I was like, that's ridiculous. So I think Navigraph it's money well spent. I mean, you're gonna get your money's worth out of it. It's well worth it. Otherwise, I would not be able to taxi in this game. I would just disconnect every time I'm on the ground because I don't know where I'm going. Oh, you got the Flight Man. You did the salty mod thing. Unfortunately, it's a hack. Like the Latin VFR A321, there's a mod for it that uses the fly-by-wire, but it's broken currently because Latin VFR updated their software and the mod doesn't work anymore. So, hey Diego, what's going on, man? Welcome. Hope you're well. Welcome. We're on our descent into Cancun. I think I can see it's either cloud or mainland up there. It might be a cloud. I'm not sure. That kind of looks like the outline, but I think it's a cloud. So we're getting close though. Sim Toolkit is a really good mod too. I know my very good friend Motosua. He's really good friends with the guy who does Sim Toolkit Pro. I never got into Sim Toolkit Pro. Probably because I only fly really with one VA and that virtual airline. They have their own software to do not everything they do there, but you know, for flight logging, I know all this stuff. Anyway, bottom line is I never got into it, but I've heard very good things about Sim Toolkit Pro. You just got to find something that works for you. Diego of Brazil. I had no words in Portuguese, but welcome. Look at that sunset. Beautiful. We love it. And by the way, if you are getting Navigraph for Microsoft Flight Simulator, do not get the add-on. There's a charts thing in the game, and you're like, wow, that must be great. It's terrible. It works good in like X-Plane, but it's absolutely terrible in Microsoft Flight Simulator. You're much better off either pulling it up in another window, like just alt-tabbing, or in my case, I have my streaming PC. I can pull it up over there. So do not put the add-on in the game. It's terrible. I am not on Sim Update 10 beta. Not N-O-T. I'll wait for the full release. I'm leery of betas, and in this game, which is notoriously buggy, I'll wait it out. I'm excited for it. I hope it'll help. Sim Update 10 should do many things, chief among them, give us better performance, which would be amazing. Cap, Phoenix's textures are marvelous. They do really, it's really nice. Look at that. How do I turn off Noah's iPad? There must be a way. Nope, that's not it. I don't know. I've been curious about what's the DLSS? I don't know what that is. Concerned about quality decay, though. I'm always concerned more about unintentional consequences, Cap, with any update Microsoft does with this game, or Asobo. Like, fix one problem, create two more kind of thing. You've actually had more stability problems with X-Plane than MMO. Well, you know what? To be fair, the amount of crashes I've had in the game have been very low. Like, when I first got into it, I had a lot of crashes. Then I attended the Hawks School of Hard Knocks Microsoft Flight Simulator version, and it's much better now. I rarely have a crash. So that's gotten better, but I'm very leery of, because once they like, I'm just worried that they'll fix one thing and introduce other problems, kind of thing. Like back in the old days of Microsoft Flight Simulator. DLSS is a thing like, oh, okay, from NVIDIA. Ooh, well, I do have that. I do have an NVIDIA card, so sounds good. Navigraph on the iPad is the way to go. It's a good idea, Plato. And welcome back from your walk, by the way. All right, where's Mac? I see. All right, I'm pretty sure that's like mountains over there. I mean, that's got to be, right? I think we're getting close, guys. Like to the ground, to the coast. The nice about Cancun, if it's not too cloudy, you can really see the resort area. Because when you come across, this is us right here. We're gonna come in here. Actually, I can just show you the real world route. You come in by the resorts, and then you come in and do this little loop-de-loop. But if it's not too cloudy, you can see all the resorts on the coast. It's really nice. There's no mountains on the approach. Correct. No, they're more further inland. I'm assuming that's what that is over there, right? That is a mountain, is it not? Or you think it's just land? All right, whatever. There is not water ahead of us. There. We can agree on that. Tyler, use the fly pad on the fly by. Oh, yo, you got that thing. So that one does work well. I don't think there's fly-by-wire. Oh, there is chart. That's true. I forgot about. You could use this. So I forgot about. I actually do have this all set up. So if you do this one, who was even asking this question in the beginning? Cap? I forgot who was asking about taxiing. But you could do this. You go to Cancun. Ground charts. And then airport information. And there you go. This is what you use to taxi. I still prefer it in the iPad because you can't, like, it's easier to scroll around and zoom in because you hear all the taxiways, and it will put your little airplane in a magenta triangle. So it is really, I forgot about this actually. Thank you, Tyler, for reminding me. I completely forgot it's here. I just prefer it in my other screen because that way I can keep like looking straight ahead in the sim and have the charts up on another screen. 18,000 feet. Let's get the altimeter in. We'll refresh the weather. Altimeter in Cancun is 29908. Oops. 998. 998. Exactly, Tyler. Exactly. Feels like I'm at a resort right now with my evening coffee. There you go. Let me turn on some sounds here. Cancun's approach is beautiful when sunset. Get the Zona Haltera Cancun mod. What is that? I mean, it sounds like a cool. What does the mod do? I mean, we're gonna get. It's gonna be just past dusk when we land, but it's pretty close to sunset. The resort's on your right side on that approach. Okay, cool. Yeah, so IRL, though, I mean, I think this thing's going to dump us out. Yeah, it's going to dump us out right... Hold on a second. Let's take a look here. I'm looking at the chart on my other screen. So Atmos is what we're coming up on. And then UN 500. Correct. Then 515. Okay, so then take a right turn. We go to Eardum. I see that. Ridug. 1, 2, right. That's got to be the final approach. Yes, I'm going to have to take control between... After Ridug, this puts us... Eardum and Ridug brings us on the downwind. And then I'll turn base and we'll be good. All right, we're good. So yeah, we're going to come in... We're not doing quite what they did. Actually, that is exactly what we're... Never mind. We're doing exactly what they did. It's going to bring us right here. The resorts will be right over here, right on top of us. And then we're going to come in here and turn around and land. So, yeah. No problem. Easy peasy. Oh, it enhances the hotel area textures for 2 gigabytes? I don't know that I fly here enough for 2 gigabytes. It's a huge that's a huge mod right there. The one thing I don't know about the scenery that I purchased is if it enhances at all the resort scenery in Cancun, or if it's just the airport. I know the one in X-Plane did the resorts as well, which is really nice. Is there lightning or something going on over here? I keep seeing little flashes. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, zone. Now I can read it. Hotel zone. 2 gigs is a lot of space, though. That was cool, though. And, of course, all the clouds are right over the coast. Like, there's no clouds over here. Oh, that is lightning. Okay. Well, Punta Cana... No, wait. Yeah, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of Puerto Vallarta. Never mind. I was going to say Punta Cana's on the west coast. It is not. It's also not even the same place. Most of DR's mods are outdated. Yeah, that's like a... I feel like all the Dominicans mods, like, in all the sims are always bad. Like, X-Plane always had bad stuff there. I guess we're getting some weather here in Cancun. Always hot in Punta Cana. I believe that. So here's our approach in through the lightning. We're going to take a right turn, and then it's going to bring us... I'll probably extend the downwind a little bit, and then bring it on in, depending on how we're doing here on the approach. What was the weather? Yep, lightning. Okie dokie. That curve. This is the chart, actually. I mean, this curve is not here. I mean, this should be, we would fly this downwind, and then ATC would give us vectors in, but it's all right. That's why we're in control. Hopefully, we're going to see some resorts here in a minute. There's a giant tile missing. Please do not... I don't know what... It's not the airport, is it? Is that tile supposed to look like that? I'm really hoping the scenery is going to load in when we get a little closer, because it looks like this giant tile is missing. You think the Phoenix is worth buying? Absolutely. I mean, if you like the Airbus, it's not even a question. I mean, the fly-by-wire is good, dude. I like it. There's a control tower on VATSIM now? Wait, what? Well, I don't know if this is a daytime... Is this a daytime problem? Or a nighttime problem? Well, I'm not impressed so far. Let's put it that way. This might be also a draw distance problem. Like, I'm not seeing any buildings. I am on Unicom, but there's nobody on. I mean, there's nobody in the area. I'm the only arrival. There's nobody here. The only other arrival is coming from Russia, so I'm not too worried about it. Is this like, this tile looks like mega doo-doo. No. Well, maybe it's loading in now. All right, we're okay. Here's the airport. I think it's just we're too far out. I don't know why that... Like, that tile just loaded in there, so... We're good. We're below 10,000 feet, so... first of all, dome light... That's not it. Oh my god. Dome light. Dome light, there we are. Oops, that's not a... There we go. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to... if there are any buildings modeled, we ain't seeing it. Like, this is the resort area. It's not very compelling. There should be some big buildings here. I mean, you can see there's a pool right there, another pool. I mean, maybe we need that mod that we were talking about earlier in the chat. They're okay. This is nothing special. In X-Plane, this looks way better. So, like the resort area anyway. Cancun traffic, good evening. JetBlue, 1495 on the downwind, runway 12 right, 7,500 feet, Cancun. All right, here we go. Let's do some things now. This is going to bring me down to 3,000. So I'm going to keep this here. Is there another waypoint beyond this? Yes. All right. So I'm going to keep it at 3,000, then we'll just, yeah. The airport. So the tile's loaded in. We're good on that. Here's our first look at the airport from very far away. Cancun is a party that looks dead. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, again, I don't know if it's part of the scenery. They did not advertise it at all. So it might not be... It might not be... maybe it's not just not part of what they're offering. Because if you look at the... If you go to their website that sells it, there's no photos of the resort area. So I'm thinking that it's just, you know, this is just the airport, not the, you know, other stuff. All right, speed. Well, this is going to manage my speed because we're going to be at 200 here in a second. Let's go flaps 1. Yep, only the airport. All right. So I don't want to crap on their scenery if it doesn't include it. I mean, it's not their fault. Now we got some lights over here. Some buildings there, but this is all default. I mean, this is where you need a mod for it. I have no idea how much P3D costs. I don't know why you'd... To be perfectly honest with you, Tyler, I don't know why you'd buy P3D in this day and age, but, you know. Well, I guess the lightning's not a factor, because I haven't seen any lightning now in a while. It's just clouds. If getting approval to buy anything is a struggle, do not put a dime into P3D. I don't know why you'd want it. It's just a antiquated. It's a dead simulator. Like, I'd agree with Plato on that one yet again. All right, let's put the heading in here. Let's go 190. On that. Flaps 2. Oh, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Okay, fine, fine, fine. No problem. I'm good. It's just outdated. I mean, it's not even. I mean, Plato's right about expensive and low quality. It's outdated, man. It's not a platform that's going to keep up. All right, so we're good here. We're going to turn. Speed's coming down. Now we can go flaps 2. And we're going to turn base. Too much base. I think that should do it. Cancun traffic, JetBlue, 1495, turning base for runway 12 right. Fort Lauderdale, Cancun. Actually, that was not enough. When I said it was too much, I lied. And what's this next waypoint? Approach mode. LS. Cancun traffic, JetBlue 1495, turning final for runway 12 right, 3,000 feet. Cancun. The only good thing about it is the realism. I mean, yeah, to some extent. I'd advocate getting X-Plane at this point if you care about the realism, and then X-Plane 12, something like that. Talk to your mom. Tell her to do extra chores, offset the cost. There you go. Welcome back, Hawks. All right, final's gonna be 1,300. I'm sure we'll get on the glide before them, but just in case.
2,500.
Bring the speed down, gear down. As I recall, Sheed says you put the gear down at 2,500 feet. Is HPN referred to? It's Westchester, not Westchester County Airport, if you want to be specific, but it's Westchester is fine. Westchester Tower, Westchester Approach. Hang on a second. Performance. What's our final approach to 134? Still not yet on the slow down to 170, but we're not yet on the localizer. You're very welcome. I'll be honest, Plato, sometimes I use them interchangeably, but it's Westchester County Airport. Which is like also something else not to sound like an idiot on VATSIM. Do never, never, never refer to DCA as Reagan. Washington National. All the old timers will tell you, we don't call it Reagan, we call it Washington National. All right, the plane decided to go down to 1,700 feet already. We're on the localizer. Flaps 3. I really picked up the DCA thing somewhere. Was glad to know it was my first flight. There you go. Always Washington National, 134. It's like a sign that you know. I'm just going to final approach speed now. Why not? 4. Sure, I'm slowing down way too fast. We're probably like about probably should slow down. We're way too low also. I don't know why. Like, the computer should have said 2,000 feet. We were whatever. And dome light off. Is there some place that lists the correct names? I don't think so. I think it's just like you got to know kind of thing. Oh, thank you, Hawks. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. We are very low on this approach. Well, now we're going to be at the right altitude. We just came down way too fast. I'm not sure why, but whatever. That's fine. All right, we're on the glide. I need to do one more thing. The go-around is 4,000. Get that programmed in. Cancun traffic. JetBlue 1495. Short final 1-2 right for Cancun. There's no ATC on, right? I saw somebody on. I'm like, no, it's just Houston Center. It's fine. Thousand feet. Stabilized. Missed approach altitude set. You were never able to activate autopilot in X-Plane 11? I hate to be that guy, Tyler, but the problem isn't X-Plane 11. I don't know what plane you're flying, but it's not an X-Plane 11 problem. I can promise you that the ILS works there. All right, I'm going to take control of the aircraft here. Hello? Thank you.
500.
I will turn the sun back on when we land, because obviously you guys want to see what the airport looks like without dark out.
100 above. Minimum.
Landing. Ignore the pappy lights.
100.
A little high now.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
And we're down. Nose down, reversers on. Not quite center line, but I'll take it. Yeah, that's butter right there. 80 knots. Manual braking. Ladies and gentlemen, buenos dias, or buenos noches. Welcome to Cancun. Cancun traffic, JetBlue Airbus clear runway 12 right. Cancun. Oh, Noah, that's too much braking there, Noah. All right. Once we're clear of the runway, we'll first I gotta figure out where we're going, and we'll clean up the flaps and whatnot. Welcome to Cancun, everybody. Who's Noah? My extremely junior first officer. All right. Dome lights on, off, off. Taxi. APU. So, IRL, we are supposed to park at gate 58, which is all the way on the north side, if I'm not mistaken. Let me get the taxi chart up. Hold on. 58. Yes, all right. So, we got a long taxi ahead of us here. How do you plan the arrival gate? Well, I'm following an IRL plan. So, in real life, this plane arrived at gate 58. So, that's where JetBlue parks. I mean, yeah, I don't have to do that. I could just pull up to the first gate I wanted to. I just, for the sake of argument, I'll do that one. Exactly, Flight Man. It is nice to be able to turn on the sun when you need to. Oh, I forgot to turn off the flight directors. My bad. Exactly, Flyman. And extremely inexperienced. Here's, you can see the tower there. You can always tell it's the tower in Cancun. There's a giant Corona ad on it. Landing rate was minus 102. Yeah, I mean, I think the flare was good on that. Can you change the time to have a better view of the airport? Yeah, absolutely. Let's do that. Blind everybody. So here's a better view of the airport. Unfortunately, by landing on, we should have landed on 1-2 left, because then you get to go cross over a giant bridge, which is kind of cool. So we're going to take we're on, what is this, Charlie? We're going up to Echo. And then we get a Terminal 4 up there. So here's a look at the scenery. It's not bad. I mean, for $15, I think it's well worth it. I've seen, you know, certainly better than default. My God, I can't even imagine default what this would look like. So if I do, you know, I'll do a couple flights here, I'm sure, over the course of the next year or so. That'll pay for itself. Oh, you're right in the middle of the jungle, too? Oof. All right, so here's our taxiway. This is the... Oh, so this is... No, we're on Charlie, and Echo is over here. Hawks, I'm going to sit down when Sim Update 10 comes out. I don't have an NVIDIA card. I want you to test out some of the settings. Roger that. And we're looking for gate 58. So here's 53. I like that the signs, the numbers are on the left side of the tarmac. 54. 55. 56. 57. Good old JetBlue. Cheap as always. Getting the last gate here. 58. The frames weren't too bad, and now it's like, it's okay now. Things are loading in. Oops. I don't know. I'm just gonna park it here in the middle. I really miss marshallers. Oh, we're blinding everybody coming in. Smooth. All right, good. Stop. Parking brake on. Engine 1, engine 2. And that's it. D-board, please. Let's see, are there working gates? There it is. It's working. Yeah, the bridge in Cancun is rather large. You got the Cancun bus over here. It's really not bad. I think for $15, it's great. I mean, it's not like the most, exciting scenery you've ever seen in your life, but it does the trick. I think it looks like it. Do I have a Jetway add-on or airport add-on? No, this is the airport add-on. So not Jetway add-on, just the airports. This is payware scenery. This is Mako simulations. Do they have anything else? I don't even know what they have besides Cancun. I never even heard of them before. So they have Manchester. Oh, because they're all in. That's why. So they have a Manchester and Birmingham airport in the UK, and then Cancun. So it's pretty good. But that'll do it. Thank you all so much for joining us here. Appreciate it. I'm going to file that one. I want that. And I got to do the return at some point so I can get over to see my good friend Arch tomorrow. So, all right, everyone. Thank you for joining us here. I do appreciate it. Hope you all enjoyed. And hopefully we'll have another stream for you sometime soon. But I'll wish you all a very nice weekend. Enjoy it. And see you all later. Bye, everybody.